peoples. Let's go. Misty and MSTR. So how did we do on Friday the 9th? Well, Misty was down a hair, or sorry, MSTR 135.99 closed the previous day. We closed at 135.37. So point 0.10 down, and we were down from 2350 on MSTY, Ms. Misty, to 2537, 0.55 minus. So one thing that I noticed, it doesn't happen very often. We went down 25,000. Remember, that's the minimum, what they call a creation unit. So if there were 9,000 shares sold, they wouldn't even show it. So we reached that 25,000 threshold. But if you look how much was being added, we go I mean, just every day. 731, we were 15.1, then 15.3, then a little bit higher, 15.3, and then 800, almost 800, 750,000, we went to 16.1, then another 600,000, and then another 650,000, and then 500,000. So dropping 25 is not a big deal in the share count. I just thought I would point that out to you. So what kind of trades? Well, the thing that was hanging out there was these guys. This one was showing 1 cent, but obviously they found a way to charge us three, 4, and 5. But that's minuscule, you know. Look at the open prices: $26, $27, $26. So that's fabulous. Happy to get those off the table, even though we were gonna, we knew we were gonna win those because we were down at, sorry, when these are showing these strikes, I've started converting the other ones, but remember the stock price was higher. So once they did that, you have to divide the strike price by 10 and up these. So technically these are 160s, 145s, 144s, but I'm not going to go back and change it. Just know that because I had to increase these from 70 and 215 to 700, 2000. This was 2690. I just didn't bother over here. So it works. Um, so on this guy, you see how big the quantity is, right? But I made sure to write this at the strike. But the strike isn't used in accumulating how much money. So it doesn't really change anything over here. And then at this point, I started showing the new reduced price. All right. So we collected another 10.7. So we bought all these back for a very, very small price, wrote that many, okay, times 3.6. So also this had to be divided by 10 if you looked at it before, because these prices seem high, just dawned on me. But these quantities were lower. So once the quantities went up, this was only like getting $2.63, $2.70. So this is a nice, it's just, again, a little bit, if you just watch my coin Coney, we're 135. So we got a whole week and we can only go up 4.16. With crypto, who knows, right? I mean, we could do that in a day, literally. Now, what's our current strike price? Our current strike price is 1550, and I think that one expires on 8/16. So, yeah, we're gonna. They didn't roll it on Friday, so they're gonna have to roll it one day next week, and then that's gonna cause us to take a bit of a loss, okay, on that guy. And right now, I'll come back to this. Let me finish here. So that explained August for you. The share count decreased. Our cash went up a little bit. We just moved it around in different buckets. Um, So what we have, let's look at the weeklies. All of them are in the 141, right? No laddering, all in tight, 4%. I would have loved to have seen 10,000 out at 6 or 7%. So again, I realize it's not that much money, but guys, I mean, maybe you know exactly what BTC is going to do and MSTAR is going to do. I sure don't. I don't know anybody that can predict it that well. So I think they just said we want to maximize the money and they picked the strike price and we're done with it. Okay, so both sides moved down a little bit. Let's go and look at holdings because that always tells us a lot. We are So what I did here, since I had room, a lot of times I just wipe these out, tell you we bought them at 3, 4, and 5, and write the new one. But in this case, having this amount of space, you get to see what we captured, right? We had written this for 7,740,700. We bought it back for 80,000. So we collected 98.86, 98.53, 98.09. Um, and these were smaller quantities. So here we wrote one for 10.7 million, right? We got 360, but boy, that thing is in close. It's 4.16% away with a full week. Here's the share count going down 25,000, not much on 17,850,000. What is fair value? Fair value is 2336. Where are we priced? 2337. That's pretty close. So what I wanted to show you is this is our synthetic and it's up with an expiration of 8/16, right? That's next Friday. So that's 5 trading days. So I think they'll take it off the table Monday or Tuesday or something like that. I don't think they're going to wait for Friday. Um, and that's going to cost us $3.25. So we'll take a look at that when we go out to our payouts tab. So you see that 58, I calculated what that means based on the 17,850,000. So let's go out there and look at it. We've been doing pretty well. We've earned 60 cents, right? All coming from the new sale. We didn't have any trade, so we sold all that. So as long as we stay below that, what would be horrible if we blew right by that and we had to take the 50 million. Now by blowing by that, we would win some on our synthetic, right? So we would offset any further loss. So, you got a chance, Misty. Don't run too far too fast here. But the following week, and my guess is they'll write something like a two, or sorry, 150. Well, they're 155. Remember, it's not that far away. They might write a 145, something like that for the new synthetic. But we will take a hit when they buy that back. There's no question about that. Now they could eke up a little bit one of the days without blowing past um, the 141 and maybe it's only a $3 loss or something, but we're not doing that bad. We just bottom line on all these funds, we need to have a steady movement up going forward if these things are going to make bigger money, and they need to start writing these things 8% out of the money, 10% out of the money, and have a steady 5 to 8% gain for several weeks in a row. That's how these things can produce big numbers, right? They don't produce big numbers when they run up 15% and we write the options 4% out of the money. I can guarantee you that. Okay, guys, that's what I got for you. Again, Bruce with Targeted Wealth Creation. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Always check with your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. All right, guys, have a great, great weekend. Bye for now.